Hey guys, welcome to Three Nerds at a Podcast. I'm Tony.
I'm Trey.
I'm John.
And today we're going to be talking about Season 4 of House of Cards. Wow, what a season.
What a season.
It was so much better than number 3.
Really?
I liked it so much better than number 3.
I felt it started off really slow and then it just slowly got better. I didn't care for the first part of the season.
Yeah.
Whereas last season I was completely involved in the whole entire season.
I don't know. I kind of disagree with you on that. I mean, I think Season 3 overall I felt was a really weak season. Like, I didn't care about most of the plot points that were happening in Season 3. Like, once he got to power, I felt like there wasn't really anything that could really, top that. But seeing him his struggles in his first year in the Oval Office and all that good stuff, that was all great. And there's Claire being Claire.
And it's funny because you can't really blame Claire for...
You really can't. She kind of suffers from the Skylar White syndrome from Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of people dislike her, but she literally has done nothing wrong. You know? Well, I mean, okay.
Except for cheated on him.
They are open relationship anyway.
Pretty much, yeah.
I didn't mean to say she's done nothing wrong, because both of them are both horrible human beings and have done many, 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 many wrong things.
But we're still rooting for them.
So.
But what I'm saying
she's the
is,
lesser
though,
of both evils.
like, the reason why people hate her isn't really necessarily...
Because she's not Frank.
Exactly.
Everyone loves Frank.
Like, she doesn't want to be in Frank's shadow, and I feel like now, especially with the very end of this season and the breaking the fourth wall, both of them, she's definitely not in Frank's shadow anymore.
Wait,
yeah,
did she break the fourth wall at the end? Because I didn't think she did.
Well, they both looked
did.
at the camera.
I thought she was just looking at the video.
She was looking at the camera.
Well, I mean,
like
they were...
big thing at the end of the episode was...
I mean, yeah, go ahead.
Was that Frank was talking to us about the, about how what they're gonna do next, and then she looks over, and then she looks back at the camera, and they both are making eye contact with us, and it was really intimidating. And I really gotta say, man, I've gotta reach the point in my life at some point where I can just say, "Everyone, get out! I need the room," and they'll listen to me. I need to get to that point in my life at some point where I could just command everybody out of the room and they have to listen to me.
Well, that's actually really interesting you said that, because, I mean, that's gonna... I would like to see some fourth wall from her.
Yeah,
I like how Frank talks to us, but I would like her to talk to us, too.
It opens up a lot of questions, has she been known that we're there this entire time, or is this just symbolizing her own rise to power,
Yeah.
That's a really good point, because, now, I really like the whole plot device that, at first, Frank was adamant, you're nothing without me, and then after he almost died, he's kind of realized, okay, I don't want to lose this, and now they're working together as fucking president and vice president.
It's really interesting how they've both grown as individuals, and yet they're still the same conniving schemers that they were at the beginning of the show.
Yeah. I feel like if she has known that we're here the whole entire time, though, I feel bad because she's been ignoring us.
Yeah, a little bit, man. What's up with that, Claire? Giving us a cold shoulder for no reason?
But that's why I kind of think, I think it's a new thing. I think it's about to be...
Yeah, I agree with Tony saying that my guess is it's kind of symbolizing her rise to being a more independent and more, she isn't shadowed by Frank. She's now almost, just under him, but they're kind of teammates now.
Yeah.
And I think her looking at the camera kind of symbolizes that.
And I feel like her, at the beginning of the season, breaking away from Frank kind of really cemented the fact that they needed each other to survive,
Yeah, it's kind of symbiotic at this point.
It's less like a partnership and almost like a symbiotic relationship between a parasite and a host.
Yeah.
Almost.
Sorry, go ahead.
Oh my god.
I was going to bring up another point.
I just want to say, the actor who's playing the Russian president, aka not Vladimir Putin, is so good.
Yeah.
He is awesome.
Everybody in that show is so good at everything.
Yeah.
He's also, believe it or not, fun trivia fact, Mads Mikkelsen's older brother The guy who plays Hannibal?
Yeah. No
Yeah,
shit.
that's his brother.
Really?
That's his big bro.
Huh.
Interesting.
Yeah.
But
So, what did you guys think of, like, Seth having that contingency plan and, like, leaking the information?
I don't think that was a contingency plan. I think he's a traitor. He's a traitorous bastard.
Well, no, he straight up said, I want to have a backup plan in case this fails.
Well, everybody's just looking out for themselves.
Well,
I think that's kind of the whole point of the show.
I mean, yeah, the
Yeah,
whole
that's
House
a
of
good
Cards is a power. It's the House of Cards is a power play. The whole entire thing is about people, going for power. And the thing is, Seth started leaking that before he said that.
And when you look at
Yeah,
that,
that's a
you
good
look at
point.
everybody going for themselves, it kind of leaves an interesting question as to whether or not Doug Stamper, with how unwaveringly loyal he is to Frank, are they going to have some sort of conflict in the future?
Well, I feel like that's kind of what Rachel was. The conflict of interest.
Right.
Where he should have taken care of her a long time ago, and he
And I
let it
feel
get
like
to the point where she...
That conflict kind of maybe will foreshadow other things in the future, especially with the organ donor lady. Like,
Is it-
I
oh,
feel
yeah,
like she
yeah.
might be Rachel Part 2, but I feel like this might reach a boiling point. Even more so than having to kill Rachel was. You know?
Well, and I think, actually, like, with you bringing that up, I think Freddy, the last interaction
Ooh.
between Frank and Freddy was a foreshadowing to what could happen between Frank and Doug.
Mm-hmm.
And how he's done being the servant and doesn't want to...
Right. Because Frank doesn't really have friends. He just collects people on his rise to power.
Yeah.
Can't remember who said that.
Or what if
but
that's-
It was part of the show, I think.
I think so.
Never mind. My point was a bad point, so
What?
I'm not going to say it.
You a
What?
motherfucker, Mr. President.
I love
Mr.
that.
President.
Oh my god.
I always loved Freddy.
Because
Yeah.
Freddie is so down to earth, he saw through all of that bullshit Washington politics and saw Frank for who he really was. You know?
Anyone else, like, secretly really craving, like, Frank's rib? Like, it has been my dream. I want to eat the ribs that they had on the set.
I want to know how good they are, but
Right?
granted, I think it's probably horrible because they don't actually exist.
Yeah.
I know.
And I mean, both of
I
us have
can-
worked at a barbecue restaurant, so
I
mean,
still currently work there,
yeah.
and our ribs, if you get them fresh, are some of the best things in the world.
Yeah.
But it's getting them fresh that's the...
Nothing better than some fresh ribs.
I want Freddy's ribs, though.
Yeah, I want Freddy's ribs. Why don't you come over and cook us some ribs, Freddy? And you can totally see his entire mood change because he's seeing like
That's
maybe
literally-
Frank is like finally treating him as an equal, like he's inviting me over for dinner, and then, oh no, you just want me to come cook for you.
Yeah.
You a motherfucker, Mr. President.
Right. And you can't even blame him, like...
No.
Yeah,
And the
like-
balls. Oh my god, the balls on Freddy to look the President of the United States in the face and call him a motherfucker.
Mr. President.
Dude.
Fucking loved it.
Well, okay, but here's the thing. It's not like, Frank's going to really do anything.
He's
Not
not.
to him.
And Freddy knows that. And he knows that beyond all the glitz and glamour of the Washington politics, Frank is still just a person. And he won't let any person talk to him like that.
I just remembered something that was really awesome and, like, sent chills down my spines. My spines? My spine. Did you guys remember when, Kathy Durant was, like, getting her, like, uprise
Mm-hmm.
and, fucking Frank put her in her place?
Oh my
Like,
god. When
I
he, like,
love-
basically admitted that he killed,
And that he had the knife
letter
opener.
and yeah, oh my god.
And then he's just like, I'm kidding. Of course we didn't kill them.
But.
Yeah.
And then his face just gets dead serious and like, man, Kevin Spacey can fucking really...
Kevin
he's
Spacey's got
so
some chops.
intimidating.
No, I mean, he is... okay, just talking about him as an actor, I mean, he kills every role he does. Like, I mean, he's... There's
Well,
actually...
I can't think of any bad ones, so...
Yeah. Well, and the thing is, he's even doing this, like, online, like, free online, like, acting course.
Really?
Like, it's like a master class something or whatever. And I forget... I saw something about it on Facebook, and it's pretty much like he's doing... Like, he has a group of students... And,
Yes.
like, in person, and then he's going, like, through, like, telling, like, teaching them and whatever, but then he's posting it all online for free.
Interesting.
That's cool.
I think, but
Cool.
yeah,
Kevin Spacey. I love him.
I mean,
Got some chops.
yeah.
He's awesome.
Although I will say, I feel like the performance of the what's his name, the Republican candidate.
Oh shit, you're right.
Honestly,
He was doing. I can't think of.
I feel like his performance was just a little bit weak, but I feel like he's a decent actor because I've seen him in what's it, the Killing, I think it's called, the TV show. I don't know. He plays a cop, and he's like a decent actor. But I feel like put up against such giants that are in that show that it starts to show a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's a good point.
Like Daenerys Targaryen in Game of Thrones, like put up against all of these amazing A++ actors. You know, it shows just a little bit.
well, I think he was trying. You could kind of see like he was acting inside of acting.
Yeah.
With how he was acting, like, in trying to be a straight-up, like, politician, like...
Right.
But that, I think, honestly, is that what you're talking about? Because then I feel like that's not really him being a bad actor.
No, I don't
think that's
think
just
so.
him acting while acting.
I just think that some of the line delivery could have been a lot better.
Yeah. Well, granted, I think, I agree, but I think that was mostly while he was speaking, like,
and there was a
speaking.
little bit of immersion breaking when they were doing the video call between the terrorists and the head terrorist, aka totally not Osama bin Laden.
Mm-hmm.
When the fact that this is an experienced team of political, powerhouses, and they both don't have a translator on set to immediately translate everything that he says in Arabic. B, do not prompt him beforehand to speak in English only. And C, for live stream broadcast, do not delay it. Have a delay on the broadcast, so when he says things off script, you can cut it before it gets to the other side of the call, like they do in live newscasts all around the planet every day.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like that was just such a big slip up. Like, it kind of took me out of it. Just
like, you mean for the writing of the episode?
Yes. Like, I think it's a plot hole. And I just don't think that...
Because, I mean, you look at major news channels in the real world. I mean, they go on, I think it's like a 7-second delay.
That's what I heard.
Because the thing is, I mean, and there was one happening that actually was an accident because it happened so suddenly and they didn't catch it in time. There was a person who shot himself on live TV and killed himself.
Mm-hmm.
It was during a police chase.
Yeah, and they just didn't catch it in time. But this is literally
a TV show where it was
It's
it was an
president.
editing error. I mean, it was a writing error that shouldn't have been made into the show.
Exactly. They should have found some way around that.
Yeah, but at the same time, without they had to build the plot device to throw a wrench into the plan.
Yeah.
They have to have some way that this goes wrong. And if they took all the contingencies and added the delay and did this and did that, then where's the fun of the episode?
See, the thing is, where I think they could have fixed that was if they cut, like, he started going in Arabic, and then if they cut it before, like, if they had the delay, then the guy who was actually holding the hostages should have known, like, because they cut it, something was wrong. It's like, where'd it go? Like, start asking questions and then start going on a freak out, and then be able to progress the plot. Because the main reason I think they didn't go with the delay or whatever, because that's what they would have done, is because they needed to progress the plot of him, the leader, telling him what to do. And that's why I don't think they put the delay in there. But like Tony said, I think they should have found a way around that.
Yeah, I know why they did it. I just don't care. I think it was a bad plot
If they
choice.
didn't do it, then literally the whole finale wouldn't have happened.
Pretty much.
You know what I mean?
But like I said,
they had to add that intensity to it.
But like I think me and Tony agree on it, there's a different way of doing that, and I think that's what they should have gone with. But back to what I was talking about, the Kevin Spacey teaching acting and whatever. I guess it's if you go to his website, or there's a link on his website, and it's like 5 hours of lessons you can take but it's like $90. So
okay.
But granted, if you're going into acting,
I mean, that's 400 hours. I mean, if you really want to learn, have Kevin Spacey teach you acting, I mean, I guess we could probably put a link to that in the description, couldn't we?
probably,
Podcast.
but yeah.
Sure, we'll just cheer on Kevin Spacey. Keep up the good
Bullshit, I mean,
work.
we're talking about it. Links for the lazy.
If we give him a plug, maybe he'll give us a plug.
Exactly. Wouldn't that be cool? I mean, Tom Hanks plugged Wright State, so who knows?
Really?
You know?
Hmm.
Yeah, he
I
did.
didn't know that.
Yeah, it's on the Wright State website.
What for?
Damn.
God, for just being a good school.
Anyway, back to House of Cards.
Only Tom Hanks was on House of Cards. Wouldn't that be fun?
I thought it was interesting how they
do what?
I don't know anything. Tom Hanks can do anything.
I mean, he could just be on there to be support one of the candidates and be like Tom Hanks. Just
did
Tom
anybody
Hanks
else
playing
get
Tom
like
Hanks.
unreasonably sad when Meacham died?
I did too. Like Meacham's been there since the very beginning.
Like
and
that
it's
was
really sad.
Well-
sad. And when he puts his hand on Meacham's handprint behind the portrait, and it's
No. And they had painted
Yeah.
over it, and he just
No.
put his hand there. Like, oh man, that was so upsetting.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I'm more upset with myself that I didn't see it coming.
yeah.
Like with Zoe and
Yeah.
Peter Russo, you saw those coming
I
a mile
feel
away,
like
and same with Rachel.
out of everybody, Meacham was the closest thing that he had to a friend, really.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Because
Well,
even Claire will go behind his back to get what she wants. You know.
Yeah. But talking about that part in the show, I had an interesting idea. It was kind of just like a long shot crapshoot of an idea or a thought. Was this just being thinking or whatever? There's 52 cards in a deck, and when Frank got shot, I thought this is when they were going to cut his story because there's 52 cards. That would be a big thing. So
Okay.
it's not unreasonable.
I'm trying to see the correlation between the 52 and
House of Cards, 52 cards in a deck.
Yes.
This 52nd episode was this season.
oh
Yeah, so you're saying like it would have been,
the complete
Nifty.
deck.
Yeah,
it would have been
and
nifty
then
to cut that off there.
and then there would have been and then another 52 episodes would and so on. But
I feel like they're drawing to a close soon though. Like it's probably going to happen next season or the season after.
Yeah, within the next 2 seasons.
I'll give it 6 seasons.
As I really, really hope they don't try and drag it out.
Yeah, because I don't want them to ruin it. I really don't. I think if they leave it here and then maybe, like I said, go with someone else, go with another story.
Yeah.
If they could,
I don't know. I have a real big problem with shows dragging on for too long.
And I have a problem with shows changing. Like, oh, this is the main character that you've been following for 5 seasons. We'll kill him off, and now we're going to focus on this person.
I'm not saying-
I don't like that.
I'm not saying
I hate
kill
it.
them off. I'm telling, make it 5 years in the future. Pretty much change everything. The same show, same idea, same, whatever.
It sounds like it's just a spin-off.
I don't know if I'd
Yeah,
watch
but-
it if they did that.
Yeah.
I'm not. Honestly, I can see. I wouldn't be necessarily happy about it, but honestly, I agree with you because I don't want them to drag it out because I want it to end perfectly.
Mm-hmm.
I want it to be perfect when it ends. I don't want it to be dragged out and then me lose my love for it.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I love having the show.
Right.
So I would hate to see it gone and
Well,
yeah.
all rains must come to an end, my son.
Yeah. But I'm excited to see what else they have planned because...
I can't wait till President Underwood becomes dictator Underwood.
Because honestly, if Claire and Frank get the... become president and vice president, which they will be...
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, they could throw a wrench in it and make it impossible to do it, but
God,
you honestly think they wouldn't kill the Republican nominee?
Oh, this
If
next
shit
party
came to
though.
it.
This next
They wouldn't kill him.
season though is gonna have so much in it. Like the
Yeah, I feel
war, the re-election. They still haven't solved the aftermath with Hammerschmidt and all that.
Mm-hmm.
Like this next season's gonna have a lot
Hammerschmidt's
going
still
on.
going too, and he's dedicated. Why do they always it seems like they always have to have a reporter who's trying to bust the whole thing open.
Because that's how it is in real politics.
Yeah. But it's always
I feel like
one
Frank's gonna kill Hammerschmidt.
Probably.
Like, I feel like he's gonna kill him.
I thought it was kind of weird that Lucas came out of nowhere too.
Yeah.
Like,
oh yeah, dude.
they were building his story, and he just came out of nowhere, and now he's at this rally and just fucking shot the president. Like,
Yeah.
I did not see that coming. Actually,
He totally came out of left field.
and I thought it was odd because Frank came out and he was publicly, like, he while he was giving his speech in his rally, he said that I'm gonna go out there and try to figure out what their concerns are, and I'm gonna hear them out just like I've heard you out. And then he goes out there and he's actually trying to. I understand you don't like me, but this isn't.
Oh my God.
What don't you like about me?
It's so true though, because they do that in real politics too. Like,
You're ruining this country. I understand.
well, what am I doing? What do I need to change?
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. That's pretty much how real politics is, and that's why I love this show so much.
Yep.
It's because of how real it actually is.
Bill Clinton has gone on record in saying that it's the closest representation of U.S. politics that he's ever seen.
Mm-hmm.
And at the same time,
to kill 3 people to get in office, so I do agree. It's
No,
very
I-
similar.
Yeah, no, but I did cheat on my wife.
Very similar.
oh, you don't think the Clintons' relationship or like the
Yeah, I
Underwood's
totally
relationship?
see
I
like the
can see
parallels
it
that they're drawing
completely
directly.
open.
I
you know?
don't think.
Actually, a lot of
Clinton's
people
getting it
are. A lot
I don't
of
think
people.
Clinton's getting Hillary is getting it like Claire, but whatever.
No.
Well, there's a lot
But-
of people who theorize that the House of Cards is based off of the Clinton administration,
Yeah.
but modernized and revamped to be
'Cause, I
something
mean,
new.
Look at what the administration looks like from the perspective of everybody around it. Like, I'm talking about the Underwood administration. Like, look at how the Underwood administration looks from the perspective of the American people, you know? Like, they don't see all this subterfuge going on in the back. All they see is the campaign slogans, the education bill,
Mm-hmm.
the scandals that are coming out, you know?
How he speaks at debates and whatnot.
Right, like, they only see the
Mhm.
face that Underwood shows them. So, I feel like, you know,
Making a big deal with Russia and whatever.
It hints at the shadowy underworkings of everything in the U.S. Political system, you know?
You know, I just find it really funny how I get so supportive of Frank, and like you can't help but find yourself rooting for him. Like, you see his numbers going up in the polls, and you're like, "Fuck yeah, go you!" Or when Frank and Claire finally like kind of teamed up more, and at the DNC when Claire, or Claire and Frank came out after it's announced that they are the Democratic nominees. Like, you just feel pumped. Sorry. You just feel pumped for them, and you're excited. And then you stop and think, these are horrible fucking people. Why do I care?
Because I'd still vote for him.
And man, I still get pumped. Blows my mind.
Hell, I'd vote for him over the Republican nominee that they had, you know?
It's stupid hand motions.
The stupid hand motions with the
No.
Clinton pointing in the
It's not even pointing. It's the thumb, or it's either that or the finger sticking out. I think.
It feels just like you're pointing at me, dude. Don't care.
Yeah, and it's just like the constant like rolling the hand,
Yeah.
and the whole every single time he talks, and that's why I hated
Who,
about
Frank?
that. No,
Who are you talking?
no, the Republican candidate.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and he's just always, and it's always like circle motions,
He's just
Like,
kind of like rolling his hand on his wrist while
Yeah.
he's talking.
or like just, and he'll move his hand down, stop, and then just keep going over and over again. It's like, we get it. You're making your point, but it just looks
He's
stupid.
hypnotizing people.
He's pissing
Vote
me off.
for him.
He's pissing
Vote
me
for
off.
me.
I thought it was really interesting how the Republican nominee was using the that search engine to get a grasp on the American public, and then Frank was just like, okay, well, he's got a pretty big gun. I'll get it, the bigger gun, and he busts out the NSA, and I'm like, that's awesome.
That's not the bigger gun. That's the biggest gun.
Yeah. Oh, I love that scene when he was breaking the fourth wall and talking about that whole situation.
Yeah.
How, and he was standing in between the portraits of JFK and Nixon. Was it Nixon or Reagan? It was Nixon. And how he mentioned, like, it's weird that we're all here. We all got shot. And then he looked at Nixon and he's like, I know why we're smiling. I love his fourth wall breaks this season.
Yeah.
And when he was talking to the Ohio senator, he was listing off all the pros and then listing off all the cons, and he just had his middle finger, and he's like, so you can see how I feel about this.
Yeah.
I loved it.
I like that they plugged Dayton, Ohio as the place where the crazy guy was living.
Right!
Yeah.
Oh, shit!
Yeah.
Woo, Dayton! Where all the crazy people come from.
Oh my god! I just made a weird correlation.
Oh my god.
The Witsec dude who shot the president was from Dayton, Ohio. Well, his identity was. And they just had this shit with Trump recently.
Oh,
about
dude,
the guy trying to...
The guy trying to rush the podium or whatever.
Yeah, like he wasn't trying to kill him, but he totally tried to, or publicly tried to make an attempt on Trump's life. And I'm like, wow, Dayton's getting a really bad rep right now.
Aren't we? Mm-hmm. Well, I ain't never seen a president get assassinated before, so...
Not Ohio.
Go Ohio! Note, Three Nerds in a Podcast does not publicly condone any sort of an assassination attempts on any political nominees. Please do not do
or
that.
anyone. We don't condone killing. It's,
Yeah.
unless it's like, a
Claire.
Hitler character of some kind.
Unless it's like Claire.
What?
Look, we're saying don't kill Claire. She's probably a nice lady.
Alright.
Kill the mustachioed artist dude.
The mustache.
Remember her first affair, dude? Who was like super annoying, the British guy, the photographer?
Oh shit. Yeah, oh yeah, him.
Yeah, with the mustache. I
completely
hated that
forgot
guy.
about it. Yeah, he was he was a thing.
So annoying. Why don't you just shave it off?
Any other points we want to touch on?
No, I think that's it. I think we pretty much covered how we
Claire's
feel.
mom died.
Oh yeah, Claire's mom died.
Oh yeah, that was like brutally or emotionally brutal.
Yeah, her daughter
Oh,
grew up to
man.
be just like the man that she loathed.
Yeah, it was a pretty depressing whole.
Yeah, it was
That
pretty
whole
sad.
like
oh my god,
subplot
yeah, the
story
whole
was-
scene where like the writer was like, there while Claire was feeding her the morphine, and it was like, oh man, this is
Was
bad.
that morphine?
Yeah,
But
pretty sure.
it's amazing. Like, well, that's the one thing.
Like,
Like,
did she just like OD on morphine?
Yeah, like they overdosed her so that she
Oh, okay.
died peacefully.
could die.
I didn't know what she was giving her, but I just kind of didn't
It
question.
was just salt water. She was thirsty.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
No.
But no, it's amazing how the lengths they will, like Claire and Frank will go to get what they want. Like, I mean, she was going to sell the house underneath her mom's, and kick her mom out
Yeah.
just so she could run and get the money that she needed. So it's brutal.
It's brutal. But hey, that's politics.
And
That's
that's it.
That's it.
And yeah,
Thanks for
Do
watching,
we know when
guys.
season 5's coming out?
next year, probably.
Oh, thanks for the details. I didn't know if they publicly announced it or not.
No,
Yeah,
it's
it's
usually
probably
about a
next
year
year.
wait.
Yeah.
Like Game of Thrones or Orange is the New Black, whatever.
Oh yeah, is Game of Thrones coming on soon?
April.
April. Fuck.
Okay, but
Okay.
actually,
What?
hold
Yes.
on. As a finishing note,
Yes.
small little thing
Yes.
is the trailer for the new Ghostbusters movie came out. What did you guys think?
I haven't watched
seen
it.
I just don't care.
Alright, I guess I'm the only one that saw it. All the jokes came over extremely
Does it-
flat.
Does
Like,
it still
was-
look really bad?
I swear to God, I'm telling you, this scene's gonna happen. They're all gonna be suiting up for their first big suiting up scene, right?
Uh-huh.
And they're gonna have a 2-minute montage of trying to get Jenny McCarthy in her suit because they love to make fun of the fact that she's fat. And they're gonna be trying to get her in her suit. She's gonna be like, and then they finally get her suited up, and she's gonna be like, guys, I gotta pee. And then it's gonna be, if that's
Well,
not
yeah.
in the movie, I'll eat my fucking hat. I swear.
Here's the thing.
I'm gonna hold you to that, by the way.
I was watching this trailer and they were making jokes and they're now blaming it on who the person who cut the trailers. It was their fault. But the thing is, every single joke in the trailer fell so flat. It wasn't funny at all. Now, there's going to be people who find it funny because they're idiots. But
I mean, somebody bought Meet the Spartans tickets, so it's probably going to be the same people.
but it just looked
Bad.
eh.
Anyways.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for watching, you guys.
See you next week.
See ya.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.